For years, Al Roker has been admired not only as one of television's most trusted morning personalities, but as a devoted husband, father, and someone whose warmth has brightened millions of homes. Yet those closest to him had begun noticing subtle changes, moments when his energy seemed just a bit quieter, events he gently stepped back from, and that soft shift in tone whenever questions about slowing down came up. Through it all, Deborah Roberts, ever steady, ever graceful, stood by his side. In public, she carried her trademark poise, but privately, she sensed something deeper unfolding, something she could no longer brush aside. Behind the studio lights, the Roker home had become a place of whispers, careful questions, and long conversations about balance, family, and the future. Al, always the professional, pushed forward. He insisted on keeping commitments, greeting fans with his familiar smile, and maintaining the momentum of a career built on decades of dedication. But Deborah saw the quiet weight he'd tried to hide. She noticed the fatigue lingering in his eyes, the pauses between breaths, and the way he sometimes pushed himself harder than he should. The world saw Al Roker, the icon. Deborah saw the husband she loved navigating an internal shift he didn't want to acknowledge. The turning point came during an intimate family evening, one that should have been simple, joyful, and undisturbed. But it was there, in a moment small yet unmistakable, that Deborah realized things could no longer continue as they had been. Something had to change. He needed space, rest, a recalibration of a life that had been nonstop for far too long. After heartfelt discussion and with Al's full support, Deborah made the difficult decision to speak publicly, addressing what had quietly been unfolding behind the scenes. The announcement wasn't crafted lightly. Every word carried the weight of love, concern, and deep respect for a man who had given so much of himself to his work and his audience. When Deborah's message went live, the world paused. It was emotional, honest, and unlike anything the couple had ever shared before. She explained that Al was stepping back from several commitments, not because he was broken, but because it was finally time for him to prioritize himself after years of prioritizing everyone else. Her voice trembled as she emphasized the importance of slowing down, of choosing peace, and of recognizing when life calls for a gentler rhythm. Fans felt the gravity immediately. Social media erupted with messages of love, respect, and gratitude. Despite the emotional undertone of the announcement, Deborah made one thing beautifully clear. Al Roker had not lost his spirit, not his humor, not his warmth, not the kindness that had defined his entire career. She shared that he still brightened every room at home, still joked with their children, and still insisted on being the steady presence he'd always been. If anything, this shift had revealed a resilience deeper than anyone realized. Every moment he embraced rest became a reminder that strength is not always loud. It is often quiet, intentional, and rooted in love. The reaction was overwhelming. Colleagues, journalists, and viewers across generations flooded the internet with tributes. Many spoke of Al's legacy, his decades of bringing joy to families, and the countless moments of comfort he provided during morning broadcasts. Others praised Deborah's courage, grace, and the honesty with which she stood beside her husband. Even with the weight on her shoulders, Deborah moved through each moment with the quiet determination that has defined her life. She reorganized her schedule, created space for calm at home, and embraced the role of anchor as Al stepped into this new chapter. While Deborah delivered the announcement, Al shared a message of his own, full of gratitude and humility. He thanked fans for their unwavering support and spoke of Deborah as his rock, his guiding light, and the reason he approaches each day with hope. Before you go, please subscribe for more heartfelt stories that matter, and share your messages for Al and Deborah below. Let them feel the strength of a global community standing with them.